What's up, guys? This is Donovan Morgan, aka Roofs by Don, and right now we're doing an episode with the Roofers Coffee Shop, episode of Roofers Gotta Eat. We're with Alex and Megan of the Roofers Coffee Shop. We got them out here in Atlanta, Georgia. This is about to be a fun one. Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, so let's get to it. One, welcome to Atlanta.
Thank
Hey,
you.
welcome to the A. Hey. Did you guys get any chicken wings?
Oh, wait, we haven't.
You see?
Oh my God.
Atlanta's like known for like chicken wings. It's like,
Really?
There's like a chicken wing place everywhere.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you gotta try maybe
Okay.
American Deli.
Okay.
And if you do, you gotta get lemon pepper wet.
Ooh.
That's like the thing.
Yeah.
Lemon pepper wet.
I
And
love lemon pepper.
again, it is Roofers Gotta Eat, so we gotta start with that.
Gotta talk about food.
And this one is sponsored by Duck Donuts. So they're based out of Marietta, Georgia. They had, which one of the ones that we tasted? The one with the bacon on it?
Yeah, bacon on it.
Add some
With
bacon on
maple.
it. It was real good.
Good.
Yup.
So good.
So you definitely got to try those guys out. And ready to get right to it?
Let's get to it.
Let's get to it. So
Woo.
first thing first, with the Roofers Coffee Shop. So first, Alex, what's your role with the Roofers Coffee Shop?
I'm the marketing manager and the art club coordinator, so I work with all the contractors on our site, and then I do a lot with the trade shows and a lot of our travel and stuff as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how about you, Megan?
I'm the multimedia manager, so all of our audio, visual content that we create, podcasts, webinars, videos, goes through my hands.
Hey.
In my team's hands, yeah.
Nice. Now, what is the Roofers Coffee Shop to roofing?
So, Roofers Coffee Shop actually started as a print newspaper in the 90s, if you didn't know that.
They didn't.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
Fun fact, more you know. It was started by a woman, a pioneer in the industry, Vicki Sharples, in Southern California. And she would just deliver these print newspapers to distributors in her area. And she had a classified section, a directory section, just like we do on the live website now, today, still. And they were just nickel ads. So the classified ads, you paid a nickel, you put an ad in the newspaper and said, selling a spray foam trailer, or looking for a GM or something, placing an ad in the newspaper. And then also a few articles on what's going on in the industry in that area. Well, in 2002, Vicki brought my mom on, Heidi Ellsworth, as a consultant to help her bring that newspaper online. And so, fun fact, we're also online before Facebook. Slay. And so, the original newspaper was called Roofers Exchange, but they changed it to Roofers Coffee Shop because that's where people meet to get information about their local area, look at the bulletin board, see what's going on. And it was inspired by my grandfather, who was a general contractor, that would go to the local coffee shop. It was called the Sunspot in Central Oregon.
Okay.
And
You guys are from Oregon?
Yeah, we're from Oregon.
My gosh. Okay.
Yeah, and so, yeah, we've been online since 2002 with rooferscoffeeshop.com, and it's just a place to get information on the industry, what's hot, what's happening, educational content in the form of articles, webinars, and podcasts.
So are you a for-profit or a non-profit?
For profit.
Okay, guys.
Yeah.
And from the 90s.
Yeah.
That's real cool. Do you guys have any newspapers still?
I think we have some digital ones
Okay.
somewhere.
I think Vicki has paper ones.
Yeah.
That
We
we,
need
should
one for
get
the
in
Roof Museum.
frame. Yes.
We need it for the Roof Museum. We need the
Okay,
history.
I'll talk to Vicki.
Yeah.
Yep.
That'll be awesome. Okay, and so that's real big. Actually, I didn't know that. So that's real cool as far as getting
Yay.
history on that. That's awesome. Now, in today's world, so 2025, how do you add value to roofers?
Yeah. I'll let you take that.
Yeah, I mean, just being an educational resource for roofers, we have our art club membership, which Roofs by Dawn is part of,
Hey.
the Roof Gallery. And so with that membership, you get a directory on the site, which is great for SEO and for people to be able to find you. And then just more exclusive training. But really just in general for contractors, we just want to be an educational and news resource. So, and a place for you to meet and network.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
basically, it's a one-stop. It's the coffee shop.
Yeah.
It's where
yeah.
you come, you network, you get
Exactly.
resources.
Yeah.
I
Like
love it.
a
I love it.
Online trade magazine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Okay. And as far as for online social media, how do you feel that plays a role in roofing currently?
Yeah, I think, I mean, we did a podcast earlier and you talked about how the roofing industry is really growing and you want to get the roofing industry on the map. Like people, like having kids say like at their job fairs in elementary school, like, I want to be a roofer, not I want to be a doctor. We need doctors too, but we also need roofers. And so I think social media plays a big role in that to get the message of the roofing industry out there and also kind of change the stigma of roofers. Because a lot of times people feel, you know, can be a little swindled or there's a negative connotation with roofing contractors. And I think our goal is to, you know, show that that is not the case, that is not the truth, and also be that educational resource. And so social media plays a huge role in reaching contractors, in reaching homeowners, and connecting them with those contractors as well.
Okay. So as a roofing contractor, right, I'm brand new in the industry. I'm looking up, you know, I'm trying to get educated, so I'm trying to find the tastemakers of the industry. I run across Roofers Coffee Shop, right? So now I see Roofers Coffee Shop, I see the art club, things like that. I'm getting news. What would be your suggestion as my game plan to get the most value out of you guys? So am I going to sign up for the art club?
Yeah.
And then what would I do?
Yeah, absolutely. Getting involved in the art club, especially if you're new, maybe launching a new company, getting that SEO, just kind of building that online presence. Anybody in the industry can find you on our directory. So whether that's a manufacturer, distributor, a home or building owner, really anybody can find you. And so it's just a great resource to kind of start building that online presence. And then once you're in the art club, we really want to network you. We want to help connect you. And so we have peer groups. We have a monthly coffee break, which is just like a virtual meeting that's educational and networking. And you can meet contractors and just professionals all across the country and even the world. So it's just getting involved in the art club is a great starting point if you're new to the industry. Plus all the education that comes along with it and the exclusive content, the free consulting. So you can we have marketing, business,
estimating,
trainings. HR. I mean, really any kind of consulting you can think of. You get free consulting as our club member. So if you're starting,
that's awesome.
Reach out to them and get that free consult and kind of figure out what direction you want to take.
That's value right there. And as far as for the art club, does that come with the cost?
Yeah, it's only $50 a month or $500 for the year. Yeah.
That's cheap, really.
Yeah.
And I would also like to add that one of our main focuses is thought leadership in the industry. And so you've been on a couple coffee conversation webinars. Yes. We've done some for Pride Month. We do that for Pride Month every year, and that's what I'm really proud of to be a part of. And we also do Black History Month, Women's History Month, Hispanic Heritage Month episodes where we just bring leaders in the industry year round. Every second and fourth Thursday at 7 a.m. Pacific, we bring leaders together sharing what they're seeing in the industry, and it changes every time because the industry changes so fast. And now with tariffs and everything, we've done 2 episodes of Coffee Conversations on the tariffs. We're doing one tomorrow on the labor shortage and like how to integrate tapered systems to lessen your amount of labor that you need on the roof. It's just really, that's what I'm probably most proud of. Coffee Conversations was born in 2020 because of COVID. We wanted to bring that kind of news talk show source to people where they could meet us online. So they're keeping up to date on everything that's going on. I
think that's real big and important, and I really give you guys props as far as showing up, like you said, for all of those different communities and like events. So like you said, when it's like Women's Month, I see you guys, you know? Whereas like you said, like Hispanics, you know, Heritage or Black History Month, you know? You guys were the first ones, like for Black History Month, that I seen doing something, you know? And then the Roof Museum followed right behind, you know, with you guys. You know, but I think that's actually real cool because you guys are giving representation like in every section of roofing. So even if it's just like the entry level or like sales guy to big head at a manufacturing company is like different perspectives.
Totally, yeah. And like in one coffee conversations panel, we could have someone that's like literally on the roof to the CEO, you know, or like the office manager, the front desk person to the founder, owner to of the company, or vice president of sales for like a distributor. You know, it's especially we do them at live trade shows. We're doing one at FRSA in 2 weeks, and that has like contractors, service providers, like people of all different experience levels.
Okay,
I know.
It's coming up fast.
It's coming up so fast, but that's definitely my biggest source of pride is coffee conversations.
I love that. Okay, how do you guys feel about conferences? I see you guys at all of them. So what do you think? When I say how do you feel about conferences? Usually conferences is a place again to network, you know, shake hands, kiss babies, meet new vendors, you know, right?
I love kissing babies.
Right? But how do you guys feel about it as far as from your perspective where you guys go to more than one? So something frequent, you know, and you go to the same ones, so it kind of gets repetitive. Do you feel like it still adds value to always go to the... Okay. So give some insight on that.
Well, I mean, one of the biggest things for us is content. So whenever we're at shows, we're doing the live soundstage, we're interviewing, we're getting so much content, and that content can be used in so many different ways. I mean, podcasts, it can be used on YouTube, social media, on the directories on our website. So that's one of the main things. And then also just networking and then support. We want to support the associations, the great work that they're doing, bring light to it. We're involved with so many boards and, you know, just being a part of the associations and supporting what they do because it's such important work that they're doing.
Yeah.
Love that.
Associations really are the backbone of the industry, I think. I mean, except for the people actually on the roofs, I think associations are so important to provide that information and a lot of like free trainings, free resources, and so we like to kind of boast that we have almost all of the trade associations on our site.
Yeah.
With a directory, and we go to a lot of shows, so we're tired all the time. But it's like the best type of tired because we get to see our friends. Because we're a fully remote company. We have an office in Sisters, Oregon, but all of our team members are completely remote, working from home all across the country. And so, like, when Alex and I get to see each other in person and make a fun TikTok, it's, like, the best. And,
I get that. Okay.
And, I think it definitely, I can see where you're, like, it does get repetitive. But, like, with FRSA, the first year I went there, it was, like, amazing. They put on such a good show, but it was definitely smaller than what I'm expecting it'll be this year because they keep growing. Businesses keep adding and wanting to exhibit.
Is it in Orlando again?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's just cool because also you can go to the classes that they offer, and those topics are always changing. There's almost never anything that rolls over from the last year, right? It's all new info, and you can get like your CEU credits and AIA credits, and continued education stuff. So it's important.
Okay. Do you feel like, as far as vendors, do you do anything different, or do you feel like it's really, if it's not broken, don't fix it?
A little bit of both. I would say like giving advice to a vendor, I'd say like mix it up always. Like try to incorporate new things. That's what we try to do. Tim is our trade show guy. He's my dad. and Alex is our trade show gal. And they're always trying to like create new fun swag to hand out. And we bring these little rubber chickens to like throw at people.
Oh my gosh, that was so good. So I remember last year for IRE, everyone was throwing these rubber chickens around.
We bring them out the last day of the show and, you know, fling them around.
That was you guys with the rubber chickens?
No, that wasn't us. What?
What? No.
Everybody's getting hit
in the head.
That's funny.
Yeah, and it's but I would say it's important to mix up what you're doing and not just come back with the same stuff every year and continue to innovate.
Okay. You guys, you touched on a good topic just now. You said that your dad, he does the trade show. He sets that up. So I see that Roofer's Coffee Shop is a family business. It looks like. Okay. So Heidi. So I know you met Heidi first. So can you just tell us like the relationship with that and just a little bit?
Yeah. So Heidi's my mom, as mentioned, and Tim's my dad. And Tim's official title is shipper schlepper. So he schleps the things and carries all of our bags.
Yeah.
And hands out stickers at the trade show and is Heidi's right-hand man. But yeah, so my mom came on full-time to Roofer's Coffee Shop in 2015 after consulting in the early 2000s with Vicky. And I kind of just stumbled my way into it, ended up getting an internship here, and that's how I got my start. And then my brother actually works for us as well, and he's our chief of staff, and he originally was in politics in the Oregon legislature.
Really?
And passed some really cool bills in Oregon to protect education. And yeah, and when COVID hit, he kind of, politics was all up in an uproar because they couldn't be in session and it was getting really stressful. So he came on to the team as an account manager, and now he's risen to chief of staff. And Alex joined us in 2023, and her mom works for us too.
Yeah.
And how is that working with your mom?
She was actually more worried about it than I was, but I was like, Mom, this is gonna be fine. Like, she works in the office with Heidi.
Okay.
And I work remote because I live a few hours away from the office. So, not even a ton of interaction, but when we do have interaction, it's good. So I actually really I never expected to be working with my mom.
Same.
But it's been really great so far. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, and how does that affect? Does it affect work at all? So whether it's problem solving things or
it's definitely sometimes working with family, as I'm sure so many family businesses and people working at family businesses can relate. You kind of want to choke them out sometimes.
Yeah.
But for the most part, the thing I love about the roofing industry is that we're so family oriented.
Yep.
And there's people always have their kids in the office, and so I definitely really enjoy working with my family, and I think they'd say the same thing. But there definitely are challenges for sure.
I have to add too, working for Roofer's Coffee Shop is so great. I had just had my son when I started.
Congratulations.
And, thank you.
He's so cute.
And it's so amazing to be on a Teams call, especially if it's an internal call. It's just with the Roofer's Coffee Shop crew, and to see all the babies popping up in the camera.
Yeah, we have a lot of moms for us.
At least 5 babies on our team.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
And it's they pop
really
up and
hard.
it's hi babies.
Yeah.
So it's so great. So it's just amazing that Roofer's Coffee Shop has provided a position where we could be home with our kids, but still have a great career and, a really fulfilling career.
Yeah.
So thank you, Heidi, for that.
Yeah, Heidi and Karen and Vicky. And our crew calls are awesome because you see dogs, you see cats walking across the screen, you see babies going,
or you see people, sitting outside and enjoying.
Yeah, it's great.
On their front porch, or they're on a trip or whatever, and it's just the remote aspect.
You can work from anywhere.
Really awesome.
That's real cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're very lucky.
Okay, now it is the Roofer's Coffee Shop, right?
Yes.
So I'm sure that you guys get a lot of myths of what kind of coffee you make.
Right.
Right? what's the flavors? Okay. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about that as far as how do you guys debunk the myth?
Well, really quick. One time, it was one of the first trade shows I was working for the company, and I was attending a trade show for them. And some random person came up and started giving me his coffee order. I'd like an Americano iced with little room for cream. And I was like,
I can't do that.
I'm so sorry. But we have these little instant coffee packets that we bring with us everywhere.
You do?
So we don't leave people totally disappointed. They're from Starbucks. But
no, that's cool.
But yeah, and we met this company that does Pinup Coffee in Virginia Beach. Provides the beans for us.
Okay.
And so we started doing our own coffee.
Yeah, I love it.
So now you guys have some, but it is kind of hard, but we just kind of try to explain it it's the place where people meet, right? Yeah. To meet in person, you're let's just meet at the coffee shop and talk business for an hour and get a latte.
I love it. And just like she said, they got the new coffees. It's grounded as well, so you even got to ground it yourself. They got you covered, like the roof.
Exactly.
And they got the new color, the medium, the dark roast. So, it matches me. So okay, cool. And as far as just for roofers, since you guys are the place where everyone meets and connects. So, for instance, is there a place to connect if I'm trying to find a crew?
Yeah, actually.
How would I do that?
You would go to the classified section, and people post there like, "Hey, we're a subcontracting crew. We do XYZ. We're looking to get hired. Here's our info, our credentials." We see that a lot on the classifieds, and then also like if you're looking for crews, you can place an ad in the classified section saying like crew wanted, Marietta, Georgia. Roofing experience required or whatever. Okay. I would assume that is a requirement.
Yep. And then as far as for just on the marketing side, I know you said one thing, again, is trying to add values for the contractors. You said like SEO. So I do know usually SEO takes a while, right, for it to kick in. So kind of teaming up with Roofer's Coffee Shop is like a little cheat code. Since they've been around since the 90s, you said?
Yeah.
So I'm sure that they have a high rank on SEO. So getting with them, ASAP is good for your backlinks.
Yeah.
Is that what you say?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm a rookie, I don't know.
The directories have backlinks, and then depending on the services you provide. So if you do metal or coatings, you can also be listed on Metal Coffee Shop and Coatings Coffee Shop. And then you're also listed on our Ask a Roofer site. And then there's more opportunities as well to... we can run articles for you. So you send us articles and we give you more links there. So there's so many opportunities. And then just kind of with everything online, building that presence, it does take time. And the consistency
is key.
The consistency is really important. So those monthly articles, as you probably know with your own company, posting on social media consistently helps with that, the growth online. So
yeah, 100%, especially with the roof gallery, because we are in the art club. It helps us with our presence, so having dominance as far as the SEO, and then with the backlinks, basically like other websites that do like roofing, because they have been doing it so long, they're a strong backlink.
Yeah.
So like if we were to just get posted on like a random website, Roofers in ATL only has like 5 viewers.
Yeah.
That's not going to be that strong of a backlink as if you got connected with Roofers Coffee Shop. So that's definitely a plus, and it allows you to be the trusted advisor for your area.
Exactly.
So that's the main thing. Yeah.
And also, if you're an art club member, you get opportunities to be on our podcasts. Like you've been on Roofing Road Trips, and you've been Roofer of the Month before, I believe. And so you get opportunities to do that, and we'll also like at trade shows if we need like a panel member, we'll tag some of our art club members and say, hey, can you talk on this panel? So yeah.
Yeah, and again, they help you become like a roofing rock star. So.
Yeah, you join the Roofers Coffee Shop family.
Exactly. You get a pin in everything.
Yeah.
Okay. What would you want to leave with the industry, with contractors that's hearing this? So something to say, okay, like I'm gonna be an art club member right now.
Yeah.
What's something that you want to say?
I just think no matter what you do in the industry, get involved. Whether that's in your associations, it's with us on Roofers Coffee Shop, even like your city council, like networking groups, whatever it is, your chamber of commerce, whatever you do, just somehow get involved, give back to your community if you can. I think anything that you can do to get involved is really going to help. So,
yeah. I love that. And what would you say?
I would say we want to help you. We want to make sure you have the resources to be the best business you can be, and also connect you with who you need to be connected with. And also just create a space for you to ask honest questions to other contractors, to us, to consultants, and be able to get the information that you need. And if you're a woman in roofing, you should definitely also join National Women in Roofing.
Yes, 100%. I have a question too. So you also have like your metal section as well. Tell us about that a little bit, the metal section.
So in 2022, we created metalcoffeeshop.com, which is sponsored by Sherwin-Williams. And
nice.
Yeah. And they're a partner in the site. And that is a place basically specifically for metal roofing, metal siding, anything metal, metal construction, metal building erection, like putting up steel beamed buildings. All that information lives on metalcoffeeshop.com. And we have a podcast called Metalcast. and webinars and all sorts of informational articles. And that's where you can kind of find, like on that directory, you'll find NFBA, like the National Frame Builders Association. You'll find MBMA, all the metal associations in the industry, MCA, Metal Construction Alliance, and it's really great. It's a great resource. And then same thing for Coatings Coffee Shop. There's all sorts of associations for coatings, restoration work, spray foam, anything goopy you'll find on coatingscoffeeshop.com.
And also sports surfaces.
Sports surfaces, yeah, like AstroTurf and also like tennis courts.
Oh, really?
Like that's a coating. Yeah, what was on a tennis court or a pickleball court or racquetball, the inside one, what's really scary, that's like a coating on top of the deck, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
And again, this is sponsored by Duck's Donuts. So we got to open up the Rufus Coffee Shop lunchbox real quick.
Ooh,
and see what we got in here.
I'm so excited.
And you got some donuts. You got ladies first. You can pick one. You get like a little taste, and you can, you don't have to eat the whole thing right now.
I want the sugary one.
I'm gonna try the purple one just because.
Oh yeah, I wonder what that is.
Is
Is that like ube or taro or something?
I'm gonna find out. I'm still not gonna know after I taste it.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's so soft.
Making it official. We got it. Rufus got to eat.
Wait, so what flavor does that taste like? Is it blueberry?
Lavender? I don't know. It's purple. I don't know.
It tastes good.
Yeah. It is blueberry.
Blueberry?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like cinnamony deliciousness.
Okay, so now on the creative side, right? When we're really talking a lot of roofers, things like that, and I feel like as the roofing industry as a whole, a lot of times you don't just have to be a roofer, right? It's not just roofers. So we're talking to audiences. You could be the next manufacturer, right?
Exactly.
You could be the next distributor. You could be the next roofer's coffee shop, or have the next roofing museum. You know, so there's different things as far as in roofing. It's not just like a roofer, you know.
Yeah.
So how would as far as how can they be the next roofer's coffee shop? Say that someone that's looking to be, they're not trying to be a roofer, so to speak, but they're trying to be another resource for the roofing industry. What tip would you give that person that's starting out?
Yeah, I would say it's really important to stay on the pulse of the industry and provide pertinent information, like what's happening right now and what do you see coming in the future. Because that's what people want to know, right? Is how to prepare their business for uncertain times, right? Maybe there might be a recession coming or there might be another global pandemic. You never know. And so people really want that kind of security blanket of feeling like they know what's going to happen. I mean, I want that, right?
Yeah.
I want egg prices to go down. And so I think the best advice is to get plugged into, again, associations. We're like a really big fan of associations, and that's a lot of times where we kind of are plugged into what's happening and what's going to happen. Because they're on the forefront of the industry, getting that information, and we're just right in the sidelines with them, trying to bring that to the forefront as well.
Yeah. So basically, your network is your net worth.
Yep,
So keep going out there.
It's not what you know, it's
who you know. Got you. And you got to know the Roofer's Coffee Shop.
That's right.
Okay. So let's wrap this up. Again, this is another episode of Roofer's Gotta Eat. Thanks to Duck's Donuts for the great donuts. Thanks to Roofer's Coffee Shop for grounded coffee. We got the dark roast. We're going to be trying that out. And at the end of the day, again, wrapping up, where can we find you guys?
RoofersCoffeeShop.com
or thecoffeeshops.online, and you can find all of our sites there.
Yep.
There we go. Perfect. So go on the coffee shops. Your network is your net worth. So get connected with Megan. Get connected with Alex. Make sure that you guys get on the art club so that way you can do a podcast just like this. And you could be the trusted advisor in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
Hey. Cheers.
Okay.
Raise the roof.
Raise it.